This is Wuyang. Okay, so first off, what the hell has happened to new heroes getting code names? This isn't exclusive to him either. Last new support, Juno, had a much cooler and simpler Space Ranger as their name instead of, well, that. Aqua was a much better name in my opinion, and I don't know why they keep doing this. Well, anyways, keep in mind my thoughts on him are based on the trial. What I say about him is largely more first impressions than anything super concrete, since he technically isn't even out yet. Starting with his design, I mean, it's alright. Last dude we got was Hazard, and it's nowhere as hideous to look at, thankfully. But at the same time, I get very little from his design, the voice, and his mannerisms. Most I can say is that, like most stuff in Overwatch 2, he looked better in the concept art that he does now in-game. In-game though, he looks kind of generic. To me, he is just a guy that uses water and really nothing more. I like the staff though. Moving on to gameplay, we've got our first waterbender in Overwatch. I think the Avatar collab they did gave him some ideas. I think for a first in the support roles, Wuyang feels like a smorgasbord of a bunch of other heroes combined into one. His primary fire shoots a kind of slow, lobbing ball of water, but if you hold on to it, not only does it increase the range and power, but it also has splash damage. Damn it, I see what you guys did there. And you can redirect the shot while it's still moving manually. It's a weird mechanic, but once I got used to it, it's pretty useful for air targets and, if you get the hang of it, corner shots. It does leave you a bit open, but the damage output is solid, and it's usually worth the risk. In terms of mobility, his rushing torrent ability allows him to literally ride a wave. Not much more than that, it's a good move to get on point or retreat faster. Solid move here. His second ability, Guardian Wave, is a neat burst of damage and knockback for enemies, and for healing allies. It's when we talk about his secondary fire, aka his primary way of healing, is where I feel the weirdness of his gameplay style the most. His secondary fire is your primary healing source. Imagine Mercy staff heals, but with a Nyati heal limit and a passive lingering heal on an ally, i.e. Zenyatta.
The whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate. Oh.
All in one move, no less. Again, it's like the turducken of a secondary heal. Separately, these work, but something about them being a part of one character, hell, one move at that, it feels a bit clunky. Heals felt to me a bit underpowered. I think they should either extend the duration or buff the heals just a tad. I didn't even know about the passive heal you give, since it's pretty damn slow and you're constantly switching to allies to heal anyways. It's like if they gave Mercy a heal passive regen, but only after the staff was off of you, and I find it a bit pointless. And finally, his ult is basically the support version of a D.Va ult. Doesn't do as much damage obviously, but you can cast it on yourself or an ally, you give temp health to them, and it slightly stuns enemy in contact, but again, it's just brief. I recommend just using it on yourself unless you got some good coordination with teammates. Again though, this is pretty much a sampler platter of other ults. I think so far Wuyang has felt the most derivative of new heroes, possibly ever in Overwatch's history. Since I pretty much get nothing from his character, I have to focus on the gameplay. And I'm not saying I didn't hate to play him or anything, he's just very unorthodox. His tracing mechanic on his primary is interesting. I think that's no doubt the most unique thing he's got, with good potential in strategy and corner shotting, like I said earlier. But everything else, well, I don't know, I think he needs some reworking with a better flow for his kit, if that makes sense. Like, he has all these things he can do, but it's not very fluid to use consecutively. Perhaps I need some more time to learn the intricacies, seeing how this is pretty much a trial to play him. But first impressions are kind of all over the place at the moment.